Coming up on Bear News,
you might not be able to get your morning Starbucks anymore. The war between Israel and Palestine has been affecting these companies.
UNC will make a difference in the life of Hispanic and Latinx students by becoming a Hispanic serving institution.
Only finding success on our campus, but truly finding a sense of belonging.
Losing your mind when it comes to finding out more information about safer substance, safer sex, and mental health? We will tell you more about the exact locations to go to on campus.
Have you heard of a theater production on stairs? Stay tuned to see how it went.
Bear News starts now.
Good afternoon, Bears, and welcome back to Bear News Friday. I'm your host, Shelly Schwartz. I'm joined by Gabby Lopez.
Hi, Shelly.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to get into some news. Are you?
Yes, I am. I heard there's some good tea today.
Well, then let's get into it. Today on Bear News, we will be exploring UNC updates, UNC history, and some world news.
In recent world news, the war between Israel and Palestine has started to influence what companies people support. Starbucks and other major corporations have been receiving some negative attention. Reporter Zvi Gutierrez has the story.
With tensions still running high with the Israel-Palestine war, people from around the world are standing behind Palestinians. Since Israel has been targeting Palestinians, many nations have called for an immediate ceasefire, but Israel says it has the right to defend itself and will not stop. Many people have resorted to boycotting businesses and companies supporting Israel since calling for a ceasefire hasn't worked. One company that has been struggling is Starbucks. Most Greeley Starbucks locations are experiencing some of the effects, but not all.
I didn't see a huge change in the amount of people coming through. In fact, I think we got even busier during that time. But more so how the boycotts affected, I think, came from the amount of promotions that Starbucks was pushing.
Starbucks has lost over $11 billion in market value since the start of the boycotts, but it remains unclear if the boycotts had anything to do with it.
And I saw very, very frequently people and other baristas just being kind of astounded at the amount of promotions that were going on. There was a calendar for January that I saw that was every other day was something that brings in way more people than you'd expect. So I think they were really trying to counteract that, and that affected us.
With no end in sight to the war, people have started boycotts on other major companies such as McDonald's, Netflix, Amazon, Coca-Cola, and Disney, who are all supporting Israel. Find the full list of boycotts, go to bdsmovement.net, and check back for more updates. This is Zvi Gutierrez with Bear News.
That's quite the story. Thanks, Zvi.
This week, UNC unveiled a new transformative program to help alleviate the financial burden of tuition for some students. The UNC Tuition Promise will cover standard tuition and mandatory fees for eligible undergraduates. The program, which will be implemented in fall 2024, has the ability to significantly reduce educational expenses for both current and future UNC students. Visit the link below to find out if you are eligible. College isn't just about doing homework and going to classes. We're supposed to be having fun while we're here too. I went to the Office of Health and Promotion's most recent event to learn about tools to stay safe while having fun. Partying on a college campus is pretty much inevitable, but a fun night can quickly turn into a dangerous one if you're not careful. To keep students safe, the Office of Health Promotion offers free tools like fentanyl test strips and Narcan nasal spray. According to the CDC, over 150 people die every day from overdoses related to synthetic opioids like fentanyl. Fentanyl is often added to other drugs like cocaine, but it's hard to spot, so you may not even know it's there. Because it can easily go undetected, it's not a bad idea to carry test strips and Narcan, even if you don't think you'll need it.
It might not necessarily be you, but it could be someone you know, or if you're in the position to help someone, it's always better to be able to help than to feel helpless.
And that logic applies to a lot of what they have in the Planet Safer packs. Not only are Narcan and fentanyl tests available, kits also come with drink covers, electrolyte packets, and mini first aid kits.
It's just better to have it and not need it, and need it and not have it.
Even if partying is not quite your thing, the Office of Health Promotion has even more resources geared to safer sex and mental health. So before you get down with your friends, get educated and grab the resources to keep yourself safe.
To get your own Planet Saver pack or learn more about the head to the office to health promotion Instagram at UNCO_OHP. Professor Sumiko Gibson has returned to teach Japanese classes after retiring for 3 years. Reporter Carmen Machuca went to have a chat with her to find out why.
UNC's Japanese department offers classes to help students learn and gain a broader cultural perspective. In this program, you will learn speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills in Japanese. These classes are taught by Sumiko Gibson, who is a senior lecturer and taught for 7.5 years before retiring for 3 years. But why did she return to UNC to teach again?
First of all, it was the right time and right place because I've heard so many stories about UNC and the declining number of the students, and also the department is shrinking. So I wanted to kind of put it back where it was before.
And what does she hope to see in the department's future?
I hope more students gonna not only Japanese but explore to the different cultures. So it would be nice if the Japanese language is one of them. But we just want to do more exchange program with the Japanese or other countries to come to UNC, and my students gonna go outside of the UNC.
For Bear News, I'm Carmen Machuca.
We love having comeback stories. Thanks, Carmen. What month is it? If you said February, well, yes, but I was more referring to what happens during the month of February. That's right, Black History Month. Since 1976, every American president has designated the month as a time to celebrate achievement by African Americans, as well as their role in U.S. history. This year, UNC's Marcus Garvey Cultural Center has scheduled many events throughout February to help students celebrate Black History Month. The first event of the month, the David D. Powell Beauty Supply Grand Opening, is taking place today in the Marcus Garvey Center from 12 to 4 p.m., where students can get a free basic haircut as well as free beauty supplies. Some other events happening this month are the Black Faculty, Staff, and Graduate Student Lunch on Wednesday, the 17th, the Black American West Museum Field Trip on Saturday, the 17th, as well as a chicken and waffles drop-in lunch on the 21st. If you want to stay updated on everything going on for Black History Month at UNC, you can check out the Marcus Garvey Cultural Center Instagram or website. Happy Black History Month, Bears! Now we're going to head over to Sam to find out more about the weather. Take it away, Sam.
Thanks, Gabby. Well, it's been a gloomy Friday so far as we take a look currently across campus right now. It's currently 49 degrees and cloudy right now across UNC, as we can see all the clouds in the back covering up the mountains. But we're going to warm up just a little bit more today, as our forecasted highs will be up in around the lower 50s, as 55 for Greeley and 53 down in Denver. But we're going to cool off just a little bit more going into tonight, and having a chance of some scattered showers coming our way as well around 10 o'clock, but starting in the 50s, but then dipping down into the 40s with the chance of scattered showers. I'll take a look at Futurecast to show you what I'm talking about. As we can see, the storm starting to wrap around. This is the storm that I was talking about Monday, bringing in some more scattered precipitation, but just rain for Saturday or for Friday night tonight, because when we look towards tomorrow, this is when that rain is going to linger around for most of the day tomorrow for Saturday and stay with us all in the eastern plains, but except down in the Palmer Divide, they're going to get a lot more snow than rain. But looking towards tonight, as temperatures start to drop into the 30s and around those freezing temps, that's when we can transition this rain into snow. And it's going to stay and linger around with us all Saturday night and even into Sunday. As we look towards Sunday, it's going to stay with us Sunday morning, but as we warm up by Sunday, all that snow is expected to melt. So it's just going to be pretty much wet. But looking at our snow totals, the mountains are going to be dominating with this snow system, with our storm coming through. But the Palmer Divide is definitely going to get a couple of inches of snow. But as I said, we could get an inch or two, but it's most likely going to melt by the time you wake up on Sunday morning. But taking a look at our 7-day forecast Saturday, big weather event for this week as our rain to snow, as I previously said. But then looking into the beginning of next week, warming up just a little bit, but I am expecting round 2 to come in towards the end of next week.
I'm really excited for that rain, a little less excited about that snow. When we come back after the break, we have Drew with a story on UNC's first string punter, Rafael Mendoza. We'll be right back.
Dear moms and dads, we know it's not always been easy, and it's been a lot of hard work. What you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas. Everything I do it for you. Mom, love you all. No, it's true. Everything I do it for you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Welcome back. What do jealousy, a stabbing, and a star UNC punter all have in common? They were all focuses of Investigation Discovery's latest episode of Murder Under the Friday Night Lights. The episode, which aired last night, takes a closer look at an incident that occurred on the night of September 11th, 2006 in Evans. It was there that UNC's first-string punter, Rafael Mendoza, was ambushed and stabbed in the thigh by a man later identified to be fellow teammate Mitch Kozad. Kozad was charged and convicted of second-degree assault after it was alleged by prosecutors that his obsession over becoming the team's starting kicker was what drove him to commit the crime. Don't worry, Gabby, I don't want your job that bad. Back to you.
Oh, you can take it, Drew. But thanks. UNC will soon become a Hispanic Serving Institution. I had the honor to speak with the Hispanic Serving Institution Committee and how this will make a difference in the lives of Hispanic and Latinx identifying students.
As an emerging Hispanic serving institution, UNC plans on making a difference in the lives of Hispanic and Latinx identifying students, and will provide the resources needed to support them academically, socially, and professionally.
Hispanic Latinx student to go out, to be able to graduate and go out and be a citizen, be an engaged alumni.
In 2008, UNC had 8% of students identifying as Latinx or Hispanic. Now, data shows that about 26.5% of students attending UNC identified as Hispanic or Latinx.
We feel pretty confident that we have done the right things for us to be eligible for the Hispanic Serving Institution designation this year, more specifically this semester.
Becoming a Hispanic serving institution is not an initiative.
If we're saying that this is an initiative, initiatives come and go. But when it's a way of being, it actually becomes part of your culture, part of the DNA of the institution, part of the practices, the policies that are created specifically for UNC.
By becoming a federally designated Hispanic serving institution, UNC will continue its long tradition of preparing and graduating leaders who will serve Colorado's economy and culture.
Not only finding success on our campus, but truly finding a sense of belonging.
For Bear News, Gabby Lopez.
I'm a Latina, and I know that attending a Hispanic serving institution will make me feel more proud about my roots and culture. Now, here you have Nathan Kitchen with sports.
Thanks, Gabby. Last Thursday, the UNC women's basketball team hosted Eastern Washington for their 6th Big Sky Conference game. The Bears had the lead going into the first half with a 36-34 lead. In the third quarter, the Bears only added 9 points. The Bears fell to the Eagles with a final score of 68-62. This loss breaks the Bears' 5-game winning streak. Senior Delaney Byrne led the way with 16 points. Redshirt junior Seneca Hackley joined close by with 14 points. Freshman Tatum West collected 11 points. The Bears' woes continued this past Saturday as they lost to the Vandals 56-60. The Bears started off slow in the first half, being outscored 33-15. In the second half started, the Bears were able to outscore the Vandals 41-27. Unfortunately, it still wasn't enough to secure a win. Sophomore Anaya Hall led the Den with 19 points. Redshirt junior Seneca Hackley followed with 13 points. Senior Delaney Byrne rounded off the scoring with 7 points.
we take all accountability for that. We have to step foot on the floor and be ready. It's a 40-minute game.
The Bears will travel to Idaho State to take on the Bengals at 7 p.m. Thursday at the Reed Gym. Last Thursday, the UNC men's basketball team traveled to Eastern Washington. The Bears had a slow first half against the Eagles, being outscored 38-31. The Bears managed to come back in the second half, but it wasn't enough, as the Bears lost 74-77. Senior Jaron really led the way with 26 points. Junior St. Thomas was close by with scoring for the Bears with 20 points. Junior DeJour Rees followed with 8 points. The Bears looked to rebound against the Vandals last Saturday. The Bears outscored them 46-29 in the second half. The Bears won against the Vandals 89-68. Junior St. Thomas scored the leading points with 20. Junior DeJour Reeves was right on track, dropping 18 points. Sophomore Brock Wisney added with 13 points. And graduate student Riley Abercrombie ends the double-figure scoring with 12 points. The Bears will host Idaho State on Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Bank of Colorado Arena. On the wrestling mat, the Bears hosted the Wyoming Cowboys at home on Alumni Night. The Bears ultimately fell 13-26 against the Cowboys. It was a hard-fought battle between both schools as the Bears looked to have won early on. Sadly, Wyoming collected 4 straight wins. Number 5 ranked Stevo Poulin earned a decision victory to start it off. Newly ranked number 14 Dominic Serrano earned a major decision win for the Bears. 32nd ranked Travis Mastro Giovanni scored a decision victory. Unranked Andrew Blackburn Frost secured a pinfall victory during the closing moments of the meet. The Bears will be at home Saturday, February 10th to wrestle against Utah Valley at 6 p.m. at the Bank of Colorado Arena. That's it for sports this week, Bears. I'm Nathan Kitchen with Bear News Sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nathan. Did you see the Interlife Change Cycle show? If you missed out, we were able to catch some behind-the-scenes moments of the show. Heading over to Sophia Raymond with the story.
Walked into that entrance, that south entrance of Gunter for the first time. I was blown away by that foyer. It's very moving, the way it kind of ambles up to the 3rd floor.
The stunning architecture of Gunter Hall at UNC inspired an idea for Dr. Harmon.
This production, being a student group production, meant that I was getting to work with an all-student cast.
The play Inner Life Change Cycle was originally produced in 2009 by Dr. Harmon.
When we did it in 2009, it was produced by the theater company that I was the artistic director of.
The idea for the play started with a simple idea of being stuck in traffic.
I felt like a voyeur into their lives and their frustrations.
Dr. Harmon knew that this was the idea that he wanted to create a play upon.
We had been invited to do a project for Actors Theater of Louisville. They didn't dictate to us what they wanted.
With this idea, he was able to create a play to put on a spiral staircase.
There was this spiral staircase in the theater that was an architectural award-winning spiral staircase. It always captivated me, and I have been thinking about what I wanted to put on the spiral staircase.
And now he got the inspiration to update the venue on the UNC campus.
They really found a connection to the messaging of the play. And so I think that the performance was really heartfelt and really authentic.
Interlife Change Cycle is an example of how the PVA department at UNC is pushing boundaries with immersive theater. Bear News, Sophia Raymond.
Thanks, Sophia. That looked like a great show. On Monday, after a weekend full of questions, the University Program Council finally announced what happened with Ice Spice. According to an Instagram post, UPC worked with a third-party vendor, Money Gang Entertainment, to secure bookings for the spring concert. The university worked with Money Gang Entertainment last year as well. The day after posting the original announcement that Ice Spice would be headlining, UPC received news that the booking was illegitimate and the vendor was apparently the victim of a scam. Despite the scam, the university did not face a financial loss. At this point, university representatives are uncertain if there's enough time to find another act for the spring concert. we will be here to let you know. That about covers it, Bears. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Shelly Schwartz.
And I'm Gabby Lopez.
And we'll see you on the next Bear News on Monday.
See ya.